for thesis defense today to introduce her to you. So Poonam came to us from Bangalore, India, where she did her bachelor's and her master's degree. And then she took a hiatus where I would say she went to the dark side and went into industry, working for a few years. But then, she saw the light and came to us in 2012, around 5 years ago, to do her PhD. And so starting out, she was really interested in understanding chromatin and the regulation of enzymes in that process. And so we had a nice project. We all set out, 6 to 12 months, that would be great. We'll get this up and running. It was something new in the lab. And then a few months into this, I had a colleague write to me and say, I just saw a talk of exactly what you're working on, and I heard it's submitted. It's like, oh my God. So I got together and I said, Poonam, can we actually do that in a month instead of 6 to 12 months? And amazingly, she actually cranked it out in a month. I don't think she slept during that month. Apparently her husband was so nice, he would come pick her up at 5 in the morning after her doing her columns and everything. And luckily, we got our paper. It was accepted before the Senate paper. It came out about a couple of weeks before ours, but we weren't scooped. And I think that kind of set the tone for a lot of the work that she did, very competitive. She did a very great job, did another project studying cisplatin that she's going to tell you about. And all in all, she published 7 papers from the lab, 2 research papers, a book chapter, a review, and 3 other co-authored papers. So I think that really sums up Poonam's work ethic. I mean, she's really dynamic in the lab and completely fearless. And so it's really been a great pleasure to have her in the lab and working on these projects. Outside of that, she's been great to have around. She's a great lab citizen. She's also an amazing cook. So for our, we usually have these cookouts a couple times a year. It's always a highlight what she brings, so that's quite amazing. And then under her CV, she also has interests, and one of them is running, and so she said, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a marathon this week. And then she also likes hiking. It's like, well, what did you do this weekend? Oh, I hiked Mount Whitney in California over the weekend. So I think that gives you an idea of her personally, and also she's gonna tell you about her science. So it's a great pleasure to introduce her, where she's gonna tell you about her work on chromatin mechanisms in DNA damage response and chemotherapeutics.